medium, hard, and very hard. I'm not entirely sure that the overlap is perfect by any means, or that there isn't some variation of that overlap that needs to be considered. All right. Again, once I hit the checkbox, if it all validates, you get 20 seconds to get a start on this. And we'll see how this goes. Hey, 20 seconds to go. All right, I've got 2 prints going right now. Each of them are going to last at least another 4 hours. All right, there's 20 seconds. We'll give you a few more seconds. Grab some reading glasses here. My apologies for the condition of my hair. Need to do some work on that. All right. So what have we got here? 2 possibilities for 1 here. 2, how about 3s? Do you get any useful info here? Nope. All 3 of these. Could potentially be a 3. 4, 5, 6. So one of these 2 is a 7. And so we're left with having to work out the 3s. Over here, I've got 5 possible 1s. 3 possible 2s. Not a lot, about 5 possible 3s. 4 possible 4s. 3 possible 5s. 3 possible 6s. Okay, we get a 7 down here, which put 2 possible 7s up here. Got an 8 and a 9. All right. That means down here, we got one of these is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one of these is going to be a 9. It's not that, so that's a 9. This is a 1. And now we are down to 4 possible 1s here. 9s are taken care of for this square, or in this column. About the rest of it? 2s. So 3 possible 2s. 4 possible 4s. 2 possible 4s here. 3 possible 5s. 4 possible down here. Up here we've got 3 possible 6s. And 4 possible 6s here. These 2 are possible 7s. 8 and 9 are covered. 8 and 9 are covered in here as well. So they're done for the column. And here we've got, well, let's move through the rest of these. We've got 4 possible 1s here. 3 possible 2s. Oh, hey, one of these 2 is a 2. 3. 4 possible 3s here. And unfortunately 5 possible 3s there. 4s. 4 possible 4s here. A single 4 here, meaning I've now got 2 possible 4s here. 5 given here, plus this one means one of these 2, but up here I've got a 5, so this is a 5. Which means one of these 2 is a 5. We'll come back to that. 6s. We've got two possible 6s here, but we're already placed here and here. One of these two will be a 6. And I've got lots of opportunities here. 7s. Well, one of these 2 or these 4 could be a 7. Here we've got two possible 7s. One of these two is going to be a 7, so that can't be a 7, so that's a 7. And we end up with two possible 7s here. 3 possible here. Nope, 2 possible here. Let's mark those. 8s. We've got an 8 here and 8 here. One of these two is going to be an 8. Down here, I've got one of these two that will be an 8. One of these two, this one will be an 8. So that's not an 8, that's an 8. And 8s are all over the board now. Nope, almost all over. I've still got 2 to locate here. And now we've got 2 to locate up here. Nines. We get a 9 here and another 9 here. Means I get 3 possibilities for a 9 here. We do get to solve for a 9 there. One of these two will be a 9. And I've got 3 possible 9s here. All right, 7, 6 here. This is going to be a 2. And let's see, does that help me any over here? Well, we get 2 possible 2s here. I still get 3 possibles down here. All right. So now we've got a 1 going in here, which means we're limited to 2 possibilities for a 1 here. 2, this one gets to be a 3. So I still get 2 possible 3s here. Do we get anything with 2s here? Ah, one of these 2 is a 2. Threes. One of these 2 is a 3. Does it help up here any yet? Nope. Oh, wait. That says this is going to be a 3. That makes that a 1. This is a 7. And now we are down to 2 possibilities for 1 here. I still have 3 possibilities for 3. 3 possibilities for 4. And 3 possibilities for 5. Looks like we are down to a single place for a 7, though. So now we've got 2 places for a 5. And we get 2 places for a 5 here. All right. One of these is going to be a 1, not both of them. One of these is going to be a 7, not both of them. And that means I've got too many possibilities for 5 now. It's not marked up. 6s. I've got 3 possibilities for 6 here. Let's see. This can no longer be a 1, so this is a 1. I said can no longer be a 1. This one gets to be a 5. So one of these two is going to be a 3. And that locks up, well, that ties up that square at this point. All right, one of these two, nope, 3 possibilities for 5 here. 3 possibilities for a 1. Here we've got 2 possibilities for a 1, though, which means this can no longer be an 8. That's going to be an 8. I've got 4 1 pair. 7 6 pair here, so one of these 3 is going to be a no. It's going to be a 9. I don't have any useful guidance up here yet. All right. Can we do anything more here? 3 possibilities for 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 possibilities for 5. So far wide open on 6s. 2 possibilities for 7 and 8. 2 possibilities for 9. All right, here we've got 3 possibilities for 1, 2 for 2, 3 possibilities for 3, 2 for 4, 3 for 5, 4 for 6, 7, 8, and 9. Can we do anything better here? I don't think so. Let's try check though. 1. One of these 4 is a 2. I've got 3 possible 3s. These 2 and this one. I've got 4 possible 4s. 3 possible 5s that match up with the 3s. No guidance on 6s yet. Well, 6 possible 6s here. This guide says these 2 can't be a 6. Same guidance on 7s. Nope, not quite. One of these 2 is a 7. I've got a pair of 7s here and a pair of 7s here. Both of them tie up these 4, or these 4. 5, including this one. This one is tied up by this as well, so one of these 2 is a 7. One of these, nope. This is an 8, not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one of these 3 is a 9. Okay. 1s. And these 3 is a 2. I've got 3 possible 3s in the corners that are open. 4 possible 4s. 3 possible 5s. These 2 in this one. 5. Nope. 3 possible 6s. One of these 2 and this one. 2 possible 7s, an 8 and a 9. All right, we are at the point where I'm going to do a flood fill. It's basically just go to a few places and mark in the possibilities that are not shown. Most of them are going to be 3 ways, but not all of them. In this case, I've got 4 possibilities for 6, 7, 8. Ooh. I've got a 9 that solves that. Means that's no longer a 9. These two is a 9 now. The ones over here, we get 3 possible 2s, 3 possible 3s, 2 possible 4s, and I get to back those all out because this is a possible 2, not a given. That means this is a 6. Check that. Can't be 1 or 2. Can't be 3, 4, 5. 6 is what we're trying, seeing if we can drop in here. One of these two is going to be a 7, so this can't be a 7. One of these two has to be. Got an 8 here and a 9, so yes, this is a 6. Which means I've got a 6 here as well. One of those two would be. One of these two is a 6. All right. So that doesn't help me with most of the rest here. We will see if we can figure some of that out here in just a couple minutes. Here, we've got 3 possible 2s. We've got 2 possible 3s now, so that can't be a 3. One of these two will be. This can't be a 3. Neither of these, or none of these 3 could be a 3, so it's just these two now. 4s. I've got 4 possibilities for 4 here. 2 possibilities for 5. Got the 6 that we dropped in, and 2 possibilities for 7. All right, down here, I've got 2 possibilities for a 1. Got the 2 for a 2 mark. These can't be 3s. This can't be a 3, so we've got 3 possibilities for a 3 here. One of these two is a 4. I've got 3 possibilities for a 5 here. One of these two is a 6. 7, 8, and 9 are on the board already. All right, now we end up doing the slog portion of this, where we realize okay, one of these two is a 2. Neither of these can be a 7. We got 5 and 6. One of these two is a 2, and we got 5 and 6 in both of them. Or one of these is 7. Can't be a 2. So this can't be a 1. And I think this might be a problem. Yeah. Okay, let's back up till we get to that 1. Okay, 1, 9, pair. But just not a pair because one of these two can be a 1. As can that. All right. Here we've got a 1. We get ones, 2, 3, 4. I can, oh, 4. 5. 6 is for now. 7, 8, 9. 1. 3 possibilities at 2. 3 possibilities. 3. 3 possibilities. 4. And 5's matching the 3's. We get this one to be a 6, I believe. Let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9 are cleared. 7 is going to be one of these two in this, so yes, 6 here. Not a 6 here, this is a 6, that's a 7. Not a 7 here, that's a 7. All right. We got the 2 7s here, and 3 possibilities for a 9 there. All right, 1, 2's and all. Nope. In these 3. 3's in the corners. Except for this one's going to be a 6. 4 along the sides. We've got 2 possibilities for a 5 here. 6 there, 7's, 8's, and 9's. All right. Now we can come down here and we can start resolving this one out. We've got 3 possibilities for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 2 possibilities for 4, looks like 4 possibilities for a 5. Oh, not a 5 there. There's this one over here. Got a 6 there and there, meaning that one of these two gets to be a 6. 7, 8, and 9. All right, now we can come through. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 2. 7 here. 5, 1. 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 6, 6, 3. Now we do this logging function. All right. So we've got two possibilities for 6 here. Yep, these two can't be a 6. Two possibilities for 6 here, and 2 for 6 here. Grab any one of them, and we get a 6, 5, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1, 3, 6, 3, 1, 9 pair here. Not a 2, not a 2. That makes this a 2. This becomes a 4, a 1, a 3, not a 3, not a 4, 5, and 7. Not a 7. This is a 7. This becomes a 9, not a 9, not a 9. Not a 9, 1 here, 9 here. Not a 9 there or there. There's a 9. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 3. Not a 3 here or here. That's a 3. This becomes a 5. Not a 5 here. Not a 2 here because of the 2 down here. So that's a 4. This is a 2 here. This becomes a 4 and a 1. Nope, can't be a 1. Can't be a 4 or a 1. What's left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would end up being a 6, but we've got a 6 placed already and a 6 blocking here. So let's go back to where we made that first choice. What I believe was a 6 in the center square. All right. That 6 there says this cannot be a 6. That's a 5. Not a 5 here. Could be, nope, can't be a 6 there or there, so that's a 6. That makes that a 1 and a 9 here. So not a 9 there. Not a 1 here. That's a 1. That's a 4. Four there now. So these two will be a 4. I do wish that the auto marking system would do a better job of that here. That's going to be a 3 and a 6 here. So not a 3 here or here, making this a 3. Not a 1 here, so that's a 5. Not a 5 here, also not a 4. Making that a 2, this becomes a 6, a 4, and a 1. Makes that a 4. This becomes a 2, 3 here, 5, 7, and 1. Neither 4 nor 2, so that's a 7. This is a 9. That's not a 9. Not a 5 here. Also not a 3, so that's a 2. This is a 4. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 2 and a 9 here. This becomes a 3 and a 5 here. There we go. 30 minutes and 1 second. How did you do? I mean, there's lots of possibilities here, isn't there? I mean, I'm not saying that this was a really good speed. I made several mistakes. Let's see if I can do a better job on today's puzzle tonight. Hoping to be in much better shape. We'll see. And I want to say thanks to everybody who spent time with us, and we will see you again soon. Take care.